What's up, guys? Quan602 here, coming at you with another figure review. And today, I have you another figure in the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line, and it is Dr. Gero's greatest creation returning to the SH Figuarts line. It is First Form Cell. Let's get into it. As always, guys, we're going to take a look at the packaging first. So this is your current Dragon Ball SH Figuarts packaging with the white borders. It says SH Figuarts Sale First Form. You have the window here to show the figure and some of the accessories. Have a picture of the figure right here. You have the Tamashii quality sticker right here. The toy sticker there. The Dragon Ball Z logo. The Another Tamashii Nation logo and the Bandai logo, the blue logo. Warning notice right here. There's the top, not really much going on there. There's the bottom right there, so it's the same thing. Another picture of the figure. Right here, you have more pictures of the figure here. On the side here, you have a little window there that just says Sale First Form. On the back, you have different pictures of the figure, including some of its accessories and some of the poses you can get into. Some warning unreadables down there. Your barcode, and yeah, that's about it. That is the packaging. We've seen this packaging plenty of times with Dragon Ball SH Figuarts figures. But enough about the packaging. Let's look at the figure itself. Here's everything that comes with Cell out of the package. Before we get to accessories, let's look at the figure itself. Alright, guys, so here is First Form Cell, aka Imperfect Cell, or at least this is what they call it in the dub. And this guy is a very anticipated figure for me. One of my wants for years was like, I want Imperfect Cell. I love Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell is my favorite villain. But I also love Imperfect Cell just as much. Semi-Perfect Cell, not as much. But this version of Cell looks so cool. He was so cool when he was first introduced in the show. He's very creepy, alien-looking, just monster, man. And he was also when he was first introduced, and I love this form so much. I'm happy to finally have it here in SH Figuarts form. Now, is it any good? We're going to talk about that in a second, but let's just take a look at what he offers here aesthetic wise. Alright, so we're going to look at the head sculpt first here, so let's zoom in on that. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good likeness to the character from the show. I do love the detail they have in the actual horns part. You can see all the crevices and everything from the little spots are there. They're all sculpted in, which is very, very nice. The very nice detail in the eyes. Yes, Cell's eyes are like that. They're like got a little pink hue to it. At least First Form Cell does, which is spot on. The little mouthpiece or nose or whatever the heck you want to call that, is beak, I guess. That's nice as well. And you turn to the back here, you can see his little back headpiece right here, which is nicely shaded. You see it goes from a light orange to a dark orange, which is very nice. And all that, the spots there are all sculpted in, which is very, very nice touch. So let's look at the chest here. Also very nice as well. Nice paint there. You see the black there in the chest piece, and there's also in the orange piece here at the torso. It also goes from a light orange to a dark orange. So nice shading there. A lot of great sculpt work on this guy. They did a very good job there. So like the arms and everything. I would have made those pegs at the arm the same color as the hands, but you know, just a little nitpick there. There's this little crotch piece right there. That's also shaded very well too. Got a little shading there as well. Go to the back. There's wings, also nicely done. And his tail, detail goes all the way around. So there's that, and then go to the down here to the legs. Also nicely done. There's the feet, bottom of the feet, even detail at the bottom there. The detail there is pretty nice. I will say that they did a good job as far as that goes. Now we look at that. Let's look at articulation. Alright, guys, we're taking a look at articulation now. Before we get into it, I have to say there's one really cool thing that I like about the articulation scheme, and one thing that really sucks about it. We're going to get into that in just a second. So let's get into this. So let's grab Cell here. He has a ball peg in the neck, so he can look up about that much. and a little, you got tilt, very nice tilt there. You spin them 360. A lot of nice articulation there, and I like that the ball peg is pretty tight, so it's not like loose or anything, so that's very nice. You have a ball peg at the bottom of the neck as well, which allows him to tuck his neck about that much, and he can look up about that much. Oops, and the wings just came off. We'll plug that back in real quick. There we go. Very easy to do so. Back to the head though, so, and you get a lot of nice articulation there if you use both pegs. So that's nice. Come down to the hinge here. This is very nice. I think this is the first time I've seen this on a Dragon Ball figure, where it has a hinge, a peg. Usually there's just a peg here in the shoulder when it comes to like the shoulder pad things here, but they actually put a hinge there as well. So watch this. Watch when I do this. Hold on. If I pull it up right, it goes over when you lift his arm up. It goes over the shoulders. It's very nice. So that does not get in the way, and it doesn't really break up the aesthetics either, which is very nice. So I like that actually just moves out of the way perfectly. So yeah, so you get that nice hinge there. You can extend that. You can see it right here. It's pretty cool. I like that. That's a very good call they made there. You have your butterfly joint, which goes out about that much. You can see that, and I love that they kept the detail of the figure here. So usually a lot of people would just skip that out and just make that like a bland, as smooth, but actually kept the detail from the design there, which is very nice. And he go 360 there, and then you have your bicep swivel here, right there. Double jointed elbow, better than 90. And then you have your wrist peg here that spins and hinges up and down, and his wing just came off. Alright, going to the torso here. This is the part that I don't like. There is no actual, unless I'm just too afraid to mess with it, I don't think there is a proper ab crunch here or diaphragm joint here. It looks like it's one here because there's a cut here, but mine is just not moving. I don't know if it's just mine. I don't know, but it does not really want to move. And there's some movement there, but that's as far as that thing's gonna go. And that pretty much sucks because this cell is very very posable here. I mean, in the show we seen him getting to some little crouch poses and stuff every now and then. And I want to do some really cool poses with them, but it's hard to do that if you don't have an ab crunch and you don't have a proper one there. You're only going to get your real crunch here at the bottom of the waist here, which, just get to that. You can move down just about that much. That's about it. And you can go back about that much. And there's a little left and right action. And that's all you're really going to get, which sucks. You come down to the legs. They hinge out about that much, but obviously the sculpt of the figure is going to get in the way, so you're going to go out about that much. You kick forward about that much. Kick back about that much. It's going to start going out to the side, though, if you go any further than that. And you got a little bit of the drop down here. So we can extend it a little bit, but not much. And that swivels there, and nice motion there. That's very nice and tight. You can hear that noise. You have your double jointed knee there, a little better than 90. You come down to the low here to the ankle. Not a lot of movement. Actually, it does. Like goes out to the side very well, and not so much. But that's understandable with the sculpt here, and then the big foot. It can go back about that much. It can go up about that much. And obviously no toe articulation, because look at these things. You have to get a hinge for each and every one of these toes, and I don't think that's worth it. But yeah, I forgot the wings. My bad. The wings was one that came off. You can see that it has these little pegs here. You just stick in. They go in pretty well. They snap in, but it also can fall off too. Kind of remind me of the Perfect cell, maybe a little bit better, because they seem like they hold. These may hold a little bit better, but they hinge up and down. And that's basically all the movement you're going to get from these. This is what they do. And then here is the tail, which is I'm kind of tired of this tail guy, especially for this guy. I would have wanted to have maybe one of the tails be like. There should have been two tails. There should have been one tail that was like this that holds the sculpt, and then there should have been a bending wire tail, or a tail that has multiple articulation cuts to do more with the tail. Because this is Cell, man. This is especially this version of Cell, this version and semi-perfect Cell. This it is known for his tail. He has to get energy, life force from humans, and he's using his tail a lot to whip people, to suck the energy from them, to absorb the android. This is one of his main weapons in this form, and it's just not enough articulate, especially for guys who want to do some really cool pictures with this guy or put him in some cool poses. He can't do that much. Like, there's a cut here, and you can hinge it, but it's breaking the aesthetics of the tail, really. And then there's one here as well, and it just hinges, and you can turn it. And there's one there. There's 3 cuts, and I just don't think that's enough for this guy. They should have came with this one and a bending wire one, or a one that has multiple cuts. I would have been happy with that. Yes, you're making a risk here having a rubber bending wire thing, but I would have loved just to have that to use when I need it to for photos and for poses and stuff. It just sucks that I thought by the time we would have got to this guy, they would have came up with a better idea for the tail, but we're still here. We've seen this stuff with the Frieza figure, and we're still dealing with this crap. So it's an okay tail, but it's not what I wanted, and it's honestly kind of a disappointment because this is one of the things I wanted to see. I wanted to see them, actually bring some great articulation to the tail, and it's just not there. But that is the articulation scheme for Cell. It's okay. It's not the greatest. I would have liked to see more, but this is just what we have for now. Alright guys, so we're hopping to accessories, and Cell comes with 4 different faceplates. This is the first one that he comes with, which is just a regular stern face. And this is his second head sculpt here, or faceplate I should say, where he's kind of smirking. It's like he's talking. This one's pretty nice as well. And here is the third faceplate, and it's basically the same as the last one I showed you, but he's looking off to the side. And his last faceplate is the most expressive one, which is the screaming head face for your Kamehameha waves and blast attacks and stuff like that. I really like this one. Cell also comes with a secondary horns, some secondary horns. These look very identical to each other. I don't know really what the difference is between the two. Maybe it's just an extra one, or maybe there's just something I'm missing. I don't know, but it does come with this. Cell comes with 5 pairs of hands, and this is the first one that comes out of the package with are the fists. He comes with a pair of relaxed hands. And next we have some grabbing hands. Hold them and grab them. And next we have some Kamehameha hands. And last we got some jazz hands, aka key blasting hands, or could be used for the solar flare. A lot of different uses for these hands. Cell's final accessory is a alternate tail piece, so you can't have Cell without having the Android absorbing tail piece. So this is exactly what this baby is right there. It is nicely detailed here. Look at the inside there. They put some paint there in the bottom of the cup, I guess. I would like this to be a little bit bigger here. I feel like it's just way too small. But I guess it wouldn't have been. I mean, it would have been awesome to have it bigger, but it would have held the figure down and the tail down and everything. So they made it this small, but it definitely should be a lot bigger than this. But it's cool that it came with it after all. Anyway, so you can take this piece off right here. That's a plug right there, and just plug that baby in. And you go and absorb some androids to become perfect. So yeah, that's that. Pretty cool. Alright, it's size comparison time. Try to compare Cell to other figures from other lines. Here he is beside Saiyan Race on Earth, Son Goku, and the OG Android 18. And here he is with the newer Z version of Piccolo, and the very dated OG Perfect Cell. Tamashi, we need a break. sale if you're listening. Thank you. Here it is beside Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America and Black Series Boba Fett. Here it is beside Buzzmod Nezuko and Figma's Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku. And here it is beside Mezco's 1/12 Blade and Mafek's Hush Superman. Overall, SH Figuarts first form sale is a decent figure. It has its positives, but it also has its negatives. And honestly, guys, it didn't meet my expectations for this figure that I've been wanting for years. I really wanted this figure for years, and I expected it to be better than this. It's not, like I said, it's not a terrible figure, and it'll do in your display. But there's just certain things about this figure that I just wish Tamashi would have took it back to the drawing board and would have just addressed a couple things. So let's just get the negatives out the way, and saying that it not having an ab cruncher really hurts this figure. I feel like we could get a little bit more posability out of this figure if it had a proper ab crunch, which it just does not have. You can see right now in this pose I'm having him in right now, it doesn't look that great, and it would have looked a lot better if I would have had a little bit more mobility in the abdomen area, which I just don't. He just does not possess. The second thing being the tail. The tail. We've been dealing with these tails since the first ever final form Frieza. It was cool back then. It was fine. Everyone was happy just to have Frieza. But everybody also wanted a nice bendy tail, and we have not got that in any of the figures, and I really thought that this was going to be the guy to get that, or at least a very articulated tail, and we just not get this. This tail only has 3 cuts, and you really can't do much with it. You see how the sculpt of the tail is just bent, so if you want to have him in a pose where he's trying to strike the opposition, he can't really do it because the tail is always bent it's permanently bent in that position, which is terrible, man. The Cell, one of the biggest things, like I said, one of the biggest things for Cell, at least this version and the semi version of Cell, is the tail, which he does a lot of offense with, and he uses it a lot in the series, and you really can't do much with this. Just, in my opinion, very crappy tail. I'm not a fan of this at all. Also, I didn't really mention this while I was looking at the figure initially, but I feel like he should be taller. This figure is not tall enough compared to the Piccolo. He should be a lot taller, and he's barely taller than the Perfect Cell, which also should be taller as well. This is something that I've been a personal gripe of mine with SH Figuarts for a while, especially when it comes to the Dragon Ball figures, where the size of these bigger characters are just not where they should be. They did better with the Ginyu Force. I think they're pretty big, but characters like Nappa and Cell and even Piccolo, to an extent, should be taller, and this guy definitely should be taller. But other than that, though, I mean, he's an alright figure. Like, I think the way it looks is great. The aesthetics of it's great. I love the details. They actually put a lot of paint into this guy. And he comes with a good amount of accessories, like the other version of the tail, which should be big, also should be bigger. The Android absorption tail should be bigger. Yeah, guys, this is just a average in the middle of the the pack kind of figure when it comes to the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line. It's not a horrible figure. It's not terrible, but it also is not great. But he's gonna do. This is one of those characters that we needed in the collection. We finally got him. Hopefully down the line we may get another version of this guy that's better than this, or maybe he'll come, or maybe we get more different accessories, like a better tail with another figure down the line. That's all we can really hope for, guys. But if you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and also hit that bell icon every time to get notified when I put up a new video. This sale is right now available at Japanese retailers. She should be hitting American ones in about a month. So if you want to get this guy, definitely wait for that. Should you pass on them? You could if you're not a just a average Dragon Ball fan. You don't need this guy in your collection. But for a guy like me who's a completionist, completionist, I needed this guy and I wanted this guy, and he will do for now, guys. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold, everybody. Peace.